gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Rubber Sports Show. It is playoffs, baby! It is playoff time. We have the NFL Wild Card Weekend Preview. All right, we have 4 huge games here. As we know, we had a great Sunday night game. Well, not great, but it was for the final spot for the playoffs. Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts were able to make it. First round buys, AFC, Kansas City, New England. NFC, New Orleans, Los Angeles. So, who's going to face them in round 2 of the divisional series? As we've seen in the last few years, the teams with the first round bye have been the ones making the Super Bowl. So, more than likely, based on history, none of these teams will be in the Super Bowl. But we're going to have some great games, I think. And we will see one matchup here why NFL needs to do something. They need to change the formatting of the playoffs, of the seeding. We'll get there. We'll talk about that. First matchup, we have the Indianapolis Colts, 10-6, back in the playoffs, versus the AFC South champions, the Houston Texans, who are 11-5. Now, these two teams have already played 2 games versus each other this year on September 30th. In Indy, Houston won 37-34 in overtime. Then December 9th in Houston, Indianapolis got the win at 24-21. We are in Houston here. Houston is favored by 2.5. That is an early line. It may change a little bit, but that's the line I was able to get a hold of this morning with an over-under of 47.5, and that's what I am basing it off of. I am actually giving you 2.5 to Indy. I have Indy winning, covering the 2.5, and over on the 47.5. Both games this year have been won by a field goal. So I have the road team, the Indianapolis Colts, Andrew Luck, moving on. Next in the NFC, we have the Seattle Seahawks 10-6 versus the NFC East champions, the Dallas Cowboys, who are also 10-6. Dallas is early favorite of 2.5 and an over-under of 42. These two teams played on September 30th. Seattle won 24-13 in Seattle. This is one in Dallas. I actually like the Seahawks here. Their offense is scoring about 5 points more a game. I don't know, Seahawks. I feel the Seahawks. My feelings have been wrong a lot. As you can see by my numbers this year. They've been wrong a lot. But I'm taking Seattle. I'm giving Seattle the 2.5. I got them winning, covering, and under on the 42. Next up, we have the Los Angeles Chargers, 12-4. Going to Baltimore to play the AFC North champions, the Baltimore Ravens, 10-6. So the wild card team, who is on the road in Baltimore, has the second best record in the conference. Tied for the best record in the conference, mind you. And they beat the best record in the conference already. Why does this happen? It's 2018, people. The fuck, NFL? You have the Chargers and the Chiefs both at 12-4. The Chargers beat the Chiefs, but yet the Chiefs won the division because of a better division record. The Chiefs are the number 1 seed because they won their division. San Diego's on the road. NFL. To me, your divisions right now, your 4 divisions in each conference, is like, what's the word I'm looking for here? Participation trophy? That's what division titles are like right now. That's why I look at it in the NFL because of this reason here. I think there's a couple different options. One, realignment. Redo it all. Just blow it all up, start over. Have 2 leagues, no divisions. Bam. 16 teams each league. Top 6 make playoffs each league. Top 2, bye weeks. Damn, done. Simple. Simple as that, NFL. Simple as that. You don't need divisions. Or if you like your divisions, that's cool, division rivals, whatever. Once you have your final teams, your final 6, those 6 That's how you rank them. So, the first top 2 records get bye weeks. Bye weeks should be Kansas City, San Diego. And then do everything else. That's how it should be. We have San Diego going on the road here. I don't understand it. These 2 teams played in LA on December 22nd. Baltimore won. Lamar Jackson is 6-1 as a starter. Is this game going to be worth watching? Yeah, it's going to be worth watching. The problem is Los Angeles is going to choke. And they're going to lose. 12-4 teams are going to go on the road and lose. If this game was played in San Diego, we know Baltimore won in San Diego, or in Los Angeles. Keep saying San Diego. Los Angeles, it's really not a home field advantage because they play in Carson. So yeah, I know. But still, you have a 12-4 team on the road. Just bothers me. I have Baltimore winning. Lamar Jackson is 6-1 as a starter. If Lamar Jackson can get to the Super Bowl, can he beat LA here? We probably play New England, I believe, in the next round. That could beat New England. First ever rookie quarterback in the Super Bowl. We'll see what happens, but I have Baltimore winning, covering the 2.5, and under on the 42. In our final matchup, we have the Philadelphia Eagles, defending Super Bowl champions, 9-7, going against the NFC North champions, the 12-4 Chicago Bears. The Bears. Is this the 1985 Bears defense? Close. I'm guessing close because it's one of the top defenses in the NFL right now, and that was one of the greatest defenses in NFL history. But Chicago's favored by 5 at home. Do people finally believe in the Bears? I've been believing in them for a few weeks now. Do people finally believe? They're 12-4. They're division champions. The 3 best teams in the NFC. I have Chicago winning, covering the 5, and over in the 41.5. The 3 best teams in the NFC: Los Angeles, New Orleans, Chicago. The 3 best teams in the AFC: Kansas City, New England, San Diego, or Los Angeles. If not LA, Houston. My early predictions when I did when I made my Super Bowl predictions, my Super Bowl prediction was New England, Los Angeles Rams. Tom Brady in the playoffs. It's either, it could be a crapshoot at this point, the way we've seen teams play, but that was my initial prediction. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned to Robert Sports Show for the rest of each playoff week preview. And then at the end of the year, I will go back and I will answer those 5 questions from the first of the year, the first video I did of the year for the NFL. I did the playoff predictions, and I had 5 questions to answer for the NFL. Well, let's see if we can answer those 5 questions. If you don't remember what the 5 questions were, fuck, neither do I. Hold on. Same book. I may have them here. Give me a moment. Those 5 questions. Which first round drafted quarterback will have the best season? Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, Josh Rosen, Lamar Jackson. One made playoffs. Is this class better than the 83 class? Is this class going to be the 1983 quarterback class or the 99 quarterback class? We can almost answer that, but not by stats, by team. We'll have to look into stats a little more once the playoffs are over, once the Super Bowl is over, we'll go back and revisit that. Can or will the Cleveland Browns be NFL version of Chicago Cubs, Houston Astros? We really don't know yet. We went from 0 wins to 7. That one really can't be answered for a few more years. Is the Patriots dynasty falling? Brady's age, Gronk retirement, health, Brady, Belichick feud. I don't know. They're playing lights out. Tom Brady's being Tom Brady. Can Kirk Cousins' contract not be a failure? Guaranteed $384. They didn't make playoffs. What is your version of a failure? Failing? Making playoffs? Not making playoffs. Which Colts team we have? With Andrew Luck, 43-27. Without, 10-6. We answered that one. We know Andrew Luck, 10-6. Playoffs. So But definitely we'll dive into that end of the year. We'll have a wrap up after the Super Bowl. And end the year on a good note there. All right, that's going to wrap up NFL Wildcard Weekend Preview. As always, thanks for watching the Rubber Sports Show. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Rubber Sports Show, your YouTube leader, sports channel content.